Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Can y'all believe it? February is almost gone. February is almost gone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Angela. Good morning. What's going on, Linda? What's going on, Mother Katie? Maria is in the house. Coach Deborah is in the house. Jocelyn is in the house. Joanne, what's up, Joanne? Cynthia's in the house. Miss Sybil, all of you guys are in the house this morning. And this is going to be good, y'all. This is going to be good. So I'm doing this teaching that I believe is important because I think we have to start looking at audacity. Audacity. Oftentimes you hear people use the word audacity, Megs. You hear people use the word in a negative format. But I'm coining the art of audacity. How do I use this as an advantage? How do I step up to the plate and embrace what could be mine, but I have to have the audacity too? You know? Boy, they say, boy, she has an audacity. And when they use that term, to say the level of boldness, the level of confidence, the level of wow. I'm blown away. When was the last time you literally stepped up to the plate and made a commitment to go do something that you never thought you would do? Let me tell you something. Today, we're going to dive into the whole element of embracing fear as a fuel. As a fuel. In other words, you're not going to leave this world not having lived. Come on. You're not going to leave this world not having lived. And here's what I've come to accept, Megs. Here's what I've come to accept, Miss Jocelyn. You have to learn how to rewrite the view of what living really is. Okay? We have been marketed, we've been advertised, we've been targeted as a society by marketing agencies and by think tank groups to actually navigate society in a way that's actually not original. It's not pure. It's not true. And that's why most people are not living life to the fullest for themselves. Most people are going in the direction that has been pre-established by a marketing group, by a think tank group, by some thought leaders. And those guys, sometimes the way they've been pushing the narrative, it's been in direction of where they're wanting life to go for you, but it may not be the best life for you. Embracing fear as a fuel. You've got to learn how to rewrite your description of what life is. Okay, or what life should be for you. And so there are some people, Melissa, there are some people, Miss Sybil, they're in pursuit of things that they don't even want, but it's because society has been pushing that as a thing to acquire. Okay, as a thing to acquire. And then there are some things, Miss Jocelyn, that we really should be embracing. But society has built a level of fear and intimidation around it. So Jamal, there are things you won't go after because who are you to do that? Nobody in your family has ever done that before. You don't have a degree. You're not as smart as she is. How dare you ask for a raise? How dare you ask for the corner office? Why would you start a business? Nobody in our family is built that way. Okay, it's built that way. The art of audacity. You have to look into the term audacity and you got to ask yourself, how have I lived with the viewpoint up to this point in my life as to navigating life for me? Or am I living my life filtered through what has been pre-established and I don't even like who I am because I haven't discovered who I am because I've been lazy along the way only to take it as it has been given. Remember this term. This is a term worth looking into. You got to remember the vast majority of people aren't doing well. Okay? Most people go to a job they don't like. Most people buy things to impress people they don't like. Most people are literally, the activities that they have going on in their life, They can't even tell you why they watch the type of movie they watch, why they eat the type of food they eat, why they choose to live where they live, why they choose to work where they work, why they choose to engage. Let me tell you something. If you follow life based on the narrative that society has pushed, I was having a conversation with a guy a few months back, and I said, well, I'm going home to do some yard work. And he said, yard work? He said, man, I pay a guy to come and do my yard work because at that time, I'm able to coach and I'm able to do this. And so I wouldn't give my yard an hour because my hour is too valuable. And I understand that thought pattern that he has. I teach it in regards to some areas. But I was almost about to be influenced to do what he suggested when I had to go back to my narrative and establish my truth, which is I don't do the yard work because I don't want to pay a yard guy. I do the yard work because it's my secret place. I do the yard work because it's where I clear my head. I do the yard work because it's the place where God gives me revelation and my discernment is high and I'm able to capture my view of how to assess things. You see? So Angela, it would be easy for me to just simply say, yeah, my hour is very valuable. And for me to be out in the yard for 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours within a given week, that's too much time in the yard. But my truth in regards to being in the yard is not the same as his. He don't gain benefit from being in the yard. My strength, my inner strength comes from the yard. It's my time to pray. It's my time to allow the Holy Spirit to help me to disconnect from all of the clutter that's in the world. As I was driving through a couple of neighborhoods lately and having to meet with some very established people, I was looking at the homes and I was thinking for a moment, oh, these homes are beautiful. Me and Karen just need to go ahead and get one of these homes. These would look really good. A nice 4 or 5 car garage would really be nice. Having a personal pool in the back would really be nice. And then we'll have this and have this. And then I had to say, hold on, pull back, Ricardo. What are you doing? Is that what you really want? Is that where y'all are really going? And where you are, is this not a part of your plan now? Or are you allowing society to push you to breathe and engage in a way that's not necessarily the best position for you? I say all that to say, a lot of us buy the houses because we want to keep up with everyone else. A lot of us go and pursue promotion, and you could be promoted out of your calling. You could be promoted out of your sweet spot. You could be promoted out of the place you were destined to, but because you've decided to allow, watch this, what everybody else is doing, you've decided to go that route. Remember this, please remember this. Coach Ricardo Miller said it. Broad is the way that leads to death, and narrow is the way that leads to life. In other words, you will almost win. This is I'm going strong right now. Listen to me. You will almost guarantee a win if you choose to go the complete opposite of the majority of people. It's almost a guaranteed win because the crowd is often wrong. Okay? The crowd is often wrong, and the majority of people aren't doing that well. And that's the reason why we have such a strong difference between the 1% in society. The 1%. When I look at my life, and I'm not special, I'm not gifted, I'm not anything different than most people that I grew up with. But when I look at my life and I look at my family, the friends that's really close to me, I look at my practices and their practices. And what I notice is when I go back and I keep going back and looking, my whole practice is shifting my behavior, and my behavior is putting me in a percentage of group that is winning. That's a little bit more narrow. Now, a lot of people say, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. I can do it. Well, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. And that's the thing you got to look at. Though I wouldn't do that. I can do that. That's not me. You need to go study those. You need to go study those, and you need to find out why are you so locked into those things? Because I'm telling you, oftentimes you are imprisoned by those established statements. Somebody ought to give me some hearts and share this video with somebody. Ricardo is helping some people today. Watch those people who are so comfortable. That's not me. I can't do that. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm telling you, you need to go into your why. Yes, you need to go deep within and understand that a lot of the positions we are living out today, is how we've been conditioned. You're not shy. You've just been told that all your life, and now you are owning that, okay? You could be good with money, but because you've heard people say you're not good with money, your mama wasn't good with money, your grandmama wasn't good with money, nobody in your family has ever had money, so now you're leaning into the truth. You know what? We're not good with money. That's just, you know, I'm a Brown, I'm a Smith, I'm a Knowles, I'm a whatever title, I'm a Monroe, and we're not good with money. So you start owning that, and it becomes the established position for which you live from. But you got to start looking and so on. There is no shortage of money, but we broke. Okay? Why is it that, you know, the last 3-4 generations in my family all died from this particular disease or this particular way? Why can't I break the cycle? Okay? Hold on. Wisdom would say, if these 5 people went that way and didn't do well, it would be advisable for me not to go that way. It will be advisable for me not to go that way. In all you're getting, get an understanding. Let me say that again. Write it down. In all you're getting, get an understanding. Most people are not doing well because they don't have a proper understanding. So watch this. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay? Fear is false evidence appearing real. Watch it. In life, fear often presents itself as a limited wall that blocks us, holds us back from our dreams and reaching our full potential. Rather than allowing fear to paralyze us, we can choose to harness its energy and use it to fuel us to propel forward. I'm going to use fear to propel forward. So now what I'm doing, I'm asking myself, Angela, why have I been intimidated over the years to sit at certain tables, to sit in certain rooms, to raise my hands to the challenge at hand? Being a David in my generation, to raise my hands and say, there's a giant that needs to be killed, and I believe I'm anointed for it. How many of you could say that there is something you're anointed for? How many of you can say this morning, there is something you are anointed for? Here's what I'm going to say to you, and I need to close and I'm done. Number 1, recognize fear as a catalyst for growth. Recognize fear as a catalyst for growth. Okay? Fear is a natural response to the unknown and the unfamiliar. So, instead of viewing fear as a roadblock, see it as a sign that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and into your path of growth. Ricardo Miller, you're helping me today. I'm moving outside of my comfort zone and into a lane that is a path for growth. I'm about to go where I haven't gone before. Miss Jocelyn, you're going to have to sign up for bigger moves, okay? Angela, you're going to have to sign up and ask for bigger requests. I've never done that in my entire life. Do it, okay? Number 1, recognize fear as a catalyst for growth. Number 2, reframe fear as motivation, okay? Reframe it. Don't allow fear to paralyze you. Allow fear to motivate you. So today, I have 5 things I have to push past what I've been fearing to do. Okay? Today, I have 5 things I have to push past what I've been fearing to do. Rather than allowing fear to hold you back, channel it into motivation. Okay? Use fear as a driving force to propel you towards your goal and aspiration. When you face that daunting situation, look at it as an opportunity for growth. Okay? Remind yourself, God has not given me the spirit of fear. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, take action despite of the fear. Make the phone call. I'm going to need to do that today. Go ahead, send that email. I'm going to need to do that today. arrange to have that meeting. I'm going to do that today. File those papers. I'm going to have to do that today. Hello? Okay? Go where you have not gone before to get what you have not gotten before. The most effective way to conquer fear is to confront it head on. The art of audacity. Coach Miller is trying to help you to raise the bar. The most effective way to conquer fear is to face it head on. Instead of allowing fear to shut down your action, be proactive and engage it despite how you feel and the apprehension that keeps trying to show up. You break that thing. You break that thing. I'm going where I have never gone before. I'm going to do what I've never done before. God is with me. Listen, here, God has not given me the spirit of fear. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Make the call, send the email, send the text message. Listen, knock on that door. Literally submit the contract. Do what you got to do. But remember, listen, you've got to decide. You've got to decide to embrace fear as a fuel. If you look back over your life, you can identify times where you said, boy, I was afraid to do that. 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 And then you look back over your life and you meet people who say, I couldn't believe you're doing that. I can't believe you're doing that. I can't believe you're doing that. And then here's the deal. You get to that place where you hear people say, my God, she did that. My God, he did it. My God, he did it. Oh, she did it. She did it. The audacity, the art of audacity. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk more about this because I need you to go where you should be. Okay? Let me say that again. I need you to go where you should be. That's why I'm your life management coach. If you haven't read my book, go get my book today. Pull it back out and remind yourself, it all starts with the why. And if you're being limited based on previous established belief system that's been holding you back, go and ask yourself why. And do the work to unlearn what you should have never learned in the beginning. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.